All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Global Reality. I'm your host, Josh Reeves. This is the Thursday, September 22nd, 2016 edition of the broadcast. Thanks so much for being with us here. There is, there's really not a lot of stuff right now. All the time, this is just, every time there's an election, every time we get into the election cycle, it's always the worst time for doing shows like this, especially if you're somebody like me who, like many of you out there, and hopefully all of you out there. I mean, honestly, just to get down to brass tacks, if you're listening to my show and yet you're still in the phony left-right paradigm of believing that you have a choice or say by voting for one of these pre-chosen dummies, I don't know why you're listening to my show anyway. But I don't do that, and I don't. It's fascinating to see. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with a lot of these shows. If Donald Trump does indeed get elected, that's what I want to see, because all these shows now are focusing so much around that. I mean, what are they gonna bitch and piss and moan about when if and when Donald Trump happens to get elected? I still think probably we're gonna. I don't know. If you really want my opinion on it, I don't know. Sometimes I hate saying certain things because I don't want people to think. I don't ever like to think stuff falls under the guise of predictions or something. I'm not predicting anything, but I still think there's a distinct chance we may not even have an election. I think there's a distinct chance that it might go down where they declare, national emergency or something of that nature. Who knows? With all the craziness we've seen, I don't think we can expect anything less than madness and craziness once the election gets here in November. But it's just fascinating to watch. I remember when one prediction I did make, I remember, was about that ass clown Keith Oberman. Because back in 2009, when I made my film, The Secret Right Volume 1, we literally combed through archives and news archives for months and months and months, and there was never any mention of the Council for National Policy and everything. After my film came out, that film single-handedly caused a massive surge in awareness for the group that never existed before, and before I could even get Volume 2 out, there's Keith Oberman on MSNBC. You can see the clip at the beginning of Volume 2. Now, mind you, there was absolutely nothing. No, they never would cover that group or talk about it in the media or television much at all. There were a few articles that would come out, but that was pretty much it. No TV action or anything. And here's Keith Oberman. He comes out. And I remember after Obama got elected, I said, well, he'll probably go crawl under a rock somewhere, because with a Democrat in office, he won't have anything to bitch and piss and moan about. And sure enough, that's what happened. He retired, quit the show. And then I said, watch. You'll know watch what happens. I said this a year ago. I said, watch and be on the lookout. Pay attention to what Keith Oberman is doing. Guy's clearly a CIA asset. Because watch what he's doing. That'll give you a good indicator of probably, because it's all they do is they put one party in for a period of time, then they switch the other one out. The person who ends up being the puppet has little to do with the actual agenda. And sure enough, what's happened now? Keith Oberman's coming back. He just come back, and now he's doing his show again. You see? So that's a pretty good indicator, I think, that Donald Trump is probably indeed going to win. You've got as I talked about in my new film, the spellcasters. You've got the guy, the big Scientologist guy, one of the richest guys in England, who put all this money on, just guaranteed he would win. They seem pretty confident about that. Yeah, if you haven't seen my new film, The Spellcasters, you need to get yourself a download and watch that film immediately. It's I've tried to hold off on saying this, but I can't not say it anymore. There is a massive effort going on. There's been a massive effort that's gone on even before I made this film to keep it suppressed. Now that it's out, there's another effort going on. I mean, this, folks, you are absolutely out of your mind if you don't see this film. I don't care what you think you know. You don't have all the information that I have and put in my films. That's just a fact of the matter. I'm putting stuff in the next film, in the next installment of The Spellcasters, that's never even been put out there on the web. You can't even go and search and find anything on the stuff I've put together for this one because nobody's ever put it together yet. And Volume 1, there are things in there no one's put together. And the fact of the matter is, everybody's trying to suppress this film because it blows the doors and exposes, finally, for the final time, all of these so-called operators and truth tellers. It exposes Scientology, the CIA connection to all these people. And there are a lot of people out there right now, radio hosts and so-called truth tellers, that are running scared because of this film. It's a fact. They are running. I've gotten messages and emails from people. There are lots of people talking about this film, lots of back chatter going on, and there are a lot of unhappy people who are not pleased that I have uncovered the things that I've uncovered, these connections, because as many people have said to me, especially the connections with like the assassination of Kennedy and Scientology, L. Ron Hubbard, that whole thing. Someone said to me, "Man, I would never have thought Scientology would have been connected to the killing of Kennedy." And I said, exactly. That's exactly the point. That's exactly why these people have prospered and flourished all these years, creating what people believe is a real conspiracy, truth revelation movement around these things. Meanwhile, they're all a part and complicit in the cover-up while posing as the truth tellers. This film is the most dangerous film I've even made, but the next one's going to be even more dangerous. I mean, for me anyway. Because we're going to be exposing murderers in the next one. We are going to be connecting people, very famous people, big-time Hollywood and music industry people. We are going to be directly connecting them to major celebrity deaths, as well as their connections to the CIA, other big-time deaths. I mean, there's just stuff that nobody's connected the dots on yet. And but I'm not giving up. I have, like I said, I had so much happen in my life right as that film was being finished and put out. I really haven't had any time to promote it. So those of you out there, I'm still trying to get booked on shows. Please alert radio shows, talk shows, whatever you can, and tell them about this film and get them to have me on, get people to watch this film. I mean, we've sold hardly any of this film. Certainly not enough to make the next volume, and certainly not enough to even cover the operating costs for 1 month. I mean, I literally can't make films and then not have them sell. Otherwise, there's no reason we can even make any more films. So we've got to get this film out. We need all of your help. I can't do all this by myself, so we got to have everybody's help out there and spread the word and get this movie out to more people. You can go to my website, theglobalreality.com, right now and get yourself a download from the download shop. This is our 9-year anniversary. This year is our 9th year broadcasting. The 26th is our actual anniversary date, so we'll have a special show for that. We've got our 9-year anniversary fundraiser going on right now that encompasses our operating costs of the month, as well as a few more things we have that we're going to have to get before we can do. A lot of people are waiting on some of the new video content, some of the stuff we're going to be doing with the green screen. We can't do any of that yet. That's why you're not seeing it yet, because we don't have all the things that we need yet to get that done. I mean, I've got a broken desk chair over here that is low to the ground. It won't go up to the ground, so I can't even get the thing up in the air enough to where it'll cover, where the green screen will be covered. As it stands right now, if I try to shoot anything, you see the wall behind me. Plus, I got to have an iron. Isn't that crazy? Can you believe that? An iron, like, you iron clothes with? I mean, who the fuck has an iron anymore? When was the last time you ironed clothes? Anybody iron clothes? I mean, I guess if you're wearing certain attire for certain jobs or whatever, you iron your clothes. Who the fuck iron? I ain't ironed clothes in forever. So I don't even own an iron, but I got to have one now because the green screen, it's got to be completely flat, and they pack these things into these packaging, and then they've got to have all the creases and everything out of them before you can, or it won't work properly. That's just the fact of the matter. So I got to get that. But we've got about a week left, and we have to reach 100% of our operating cost goal to keep our operations going. Things have changed; they're not the same as they were now that we've gotten into a new studio and all this stuff has changed. We don't have the leeway and the grace periods that we had before. So we are having a special deal. We've got all kinds of perks up there. Be sure and check out the 9-year anniversary fundraiser. You can find it in the link to this show. And also up at my website, theglobalreality.com, there on the right-hand side of the page. Double click on that. Go to that link. There's all kinds of great perks in there on the right-hand side. You can see for different perk packages you're going to get for different levels of contribution. But effective starting right now, from the time this show airs until midnight on the 26th, everybody who contributes $100 is going to get a lifetime archive membership, which will give you access to the audio archives and some of the new video content and whatnot. We're going to be including there links to those that we'll be including daily. For life, we used to sell these for $1,000, and then Podbean did away with that, and so now we've got them up there again. You can buy one for $500, but right now, until the midnight on the 26th of September, everybody that donates $100 will get a lifetime membership, and in addition to that, you'll get a download of my new film, The Spellcasters, and go there, make a contribution. Everybody, I mean, that's the thing. If we get 10 people or whatever to contribute $100 and get yourself a lifetime membership, then you won't have to worry about it. We charge like $80 for a year, $10 a month. So if you contribute $100 now, $100 is basically the price of a download and a 1-year membership. But if you contribute $100 by midnight the 26th, you can lock in your membership for life, and you won't have to worry about it again. You'll get all your exclusive content and all the video and audio shows as they go up, and you'll be able to stay constant with all that stuff. So definitely go and make a contribution, help us reach our goal so we can keep pushing this thing forward and keep it growing. I mean, we're to the point now where we're going to be able to start doing some really amazing stuff, but with no money to do it and no money to operate on and none coming in to do it, we can't do anything. And we took every penny we had just to get this studio going this month, and we've got our operating costs coming up again in a week. But again, there's little things that we've got to have. It's these, we got the big stuff taken care of. We need help with the little things so we can get ourselves broadcasting again. A new chair. We need, a couple of $100 worth of stuff. That's it, plus our operating costs. So please go there, go to my website, and make a contribution. I wanted to read some of this. I don't know if I'm going to read all of it. I don't know if I could stomach reading all of it. But I wanted to read some of this book that we talked about in the last broadcast, where I exposed that Mardukite bullshit. This Naboo Speaks book. I was originally going to read this, and then I decided I wasn't because of what I found out. But I think we could find out a lot tearing this thing apart. Essentially, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then stop the recording right here. Don't go any further. Don't listen any further to this show. Go listen to the previous show. I'm serious. Take my advice. Otherwise, you're going to be lost as fuck. You're not going to know what we're talking about. So stop the recording right now. Go to YouTube. Go listen to the last show that we uploaded, which would have been the 19th. Go and listen. so that you can know what we're talking about here. And again, this is exactly what I was mentioning. This combination of the Aleister Crowley and black magic and the Anunnaki Nibiru stuff being one of the massive agendas of both the so-called conspiracy and truth movement and Scientology. And this, I mean, you open the first page here, and the first page of this book opens with a quote from Aleister Crowley. Look at things from the point of view of the sun, Aleister Crowley. I mean, again, this should tell you everything you need to know about these guys, but people need to be aware of this because a lot of people who are interested in stuff like, you know, the Anunnaki information and stuff like Iron Red with the Lost Book of Enki and stuff, people that are interested in that are being duped and taken in by these people and are starting to actually form religions around the worship of the Anunnaki and trying to play it off as if they weren't really bad guys. That clip of Jim Mars in the Spellcasters, I mean, it's priceless. Oh, these guys weren't like the other aliens. Oh no, blah 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 blah. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So let's read some of this. Foremost, what should be understood concerning this unique discourse is the work of the modern Nabu and the Mardukite movement as a whole is indeed the continuations of the efforts made in Egypt and Babylon by ancient Nabu in attempting to fix what went wrong. What we still seek today is actually the same goal that Marduk himself sought to accomplish in Babylon, the return of all religious worship to the true source, the all that exists outside the realm of any perceived gods of antiquity as realized in complete self-honesty. The main tenet of this goal alone is quite different than other modern approaches and otherwise occult organizations, which really only play the game of politics with their spirituality and are so arrogantly right that they fail to see reality. We Mardukites, on the other hand, aren't concerned with what's right or good by human standards. Words that have actually caused more pain and death on earth than you might think. We are self-honest spirits caring for the future of the living race and the children of the light. See how they use this namby-pamby fucking New Age jargon? And notice how he says right there, we're not concerned with what's right or what the right thing to do is or what's good by human. No, we only judge what we do by the standards of the Anunnaki. Well, obviously, they didn't view humans in very good, I mean, you know, they ordered us to be wiped the fuck out. And not to mention all the other sick and twisted things that humans still carry. We still carry the trauma with us to this day from what was done to us during the time when we were treated as we treat cattle. And that's what these fucking people want. That's what this whole thing of the fake alien invasion and all this stuff and Scientology and the CIA and the fake phony disclosure where, oh, government insiders are blowing the whistle. No, that's not what it is at all. This is all about the agenda for them to use people's belief in extraterrestrials to create a world system that can never be toppled, that they control 100%. Simply put, we are replacing the program of the ancient human being that ancient Nabu had set with a brand new, self-honest one for the true New Age. Again, another thing these guys always do. Oh no, the real New Age or whatever have you, even though that's crap and phony too. That's crap and it's phony. We're the real New Age. See,